Hello, everybody. Sorry for the extended wait. I was checking on something. How's it going, everybody? How are we doing tonight? Hello, YouTube chat. I see you guys. Alright, we're gonna play some Twilight Princess tonight. Damn it. I was hoping that wouldn't show up. Okay. Then you didn't see that, so that you guys can be surprised. Anyway, what's up? How's it going? Do we have two game audios? We don't. Audio might be a little loud though, so let me fix that. It is definitely loud for me. That is nothing that I can change. Cool. Anyways. I have the Helium Shield because I was testing something. And I decided to buy it. No other reason. Okay, so last time on Dragon Ball Z, we had just beaten the Fire Temple. And now we move on to the Lanayru province. But happy Tuesday. It is indeed Tuesday. Fortunately, it is not the weekend. Oh my god, they even changed the pronouns. Hola, Sopita. ¿Cómo estás? Deliver a letter from Kakariko Goods. I already bought from there. I don't need anything else. How are you doing? Okay, I think... Wait, does this bridge give out? I think it only gives out once I cross it. Or it gets teleported away. Yeah, okay. It'll get teleported away once I get across. Okay, so I did a little bit of reconfiguring on the graphics because I think the past couple of times that we've played... Oh. Do I need bombs? I think I need bombs. Yeah, because that cutscene doesn't trigger until I get bombs. That's right. Okay, never mind. Back to Kakariko. But you might notice that the textures look a little bit more crispy. Or I should say, not crispy, but a little bit more clean. And that is because there's like a new setting in the program that I'm using to play this game that basically lets me do like the texture resizing or whatever you call it. So yeah, they're gonna look a lot cleaner. No, go away, leave me alone. What's up, Usagi? Am I playing Mario 64? No. Have you never seen Zelda before? This is the Twilight Princess. Though, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if you've never seen Twilight Princess because it's a bit of a classic. Oh, wait, this isn't the bomb shop. Silly me. Okay, so there's... Where is the damn bomb shop? Oh, there it is. But how you doing, Sopita? All right, here we are in Barnes and Noble. Hey now, bud. How about this now? Yep, I finally managed to get my numbers together and open up shop again. Cool. Thank you for the bombs. 120 rupees, yes. Also, I apologize for the flickering. That is just a side effect of the program that I'm using. So it's not like there's nothing wrong with your screen. How am I? I am muy bien. A little bit tired, but that's just life. That's life. Did you have a good day today? Okay, so now we can bomb those rocks and get on over to Hyrule Castle. Again? What do you want? I literally just came from here. Why couldn't he give me that? So you're telling me this dude put a letter in the mailbox, this guy ran over, picked it up, came outside and gave it to me, despite the fact that I was just in that bomb shop. Make it make sense. It's fun trying to understand what I'm saying. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll try my best to use Spanish words when I know how to say them, okay? I'm gonna try to think of how to say that sentence. It might not be grammatically correct either, so I apologize. Bitch. God, I hate these things. Okay, so then I think bow and arrow combo. Okay. Oops. Nope. Sorry. I don't need you. There we go. Don't worry, Sopita. Camille will be here soon, probably. And then you can have a translator. Hey, took my bridge. Okay, and we can't come back and fight these until we get wolf form. So, for now, we just gotta run away. Come on, kids, let's vominos. So, for those of you that don't know or are new to my channel, this is my favorite video game. So if ever you want to ask, hey, what is your favorite video game, Slacker? This is it. I see that we got a follow. Thank you for the follows. I got to figure out how to make it so that TikTok follows pop up. Because since I'm not using TikTok Studio, I don't have anything to announce those. So I apologize, but I do appreciate your follows. Yeah, what a shame this is the last of the Twilight. You cannot pollute my world anymore with your filth, Midna. Just kidding. I would never say that to Midna. He's too precious. Hello, Anna. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Link, can you at least promise me this? just come home safely. Who's Link? I don't know who that is. Yeah, we sniffed the girls. Ouch. What's up, Chloe? How you doing? Hyrule Castle. Hey, haven't we seen this castle before? So, we finally made it back here. Well, only a little farther, so hang in there. Or so I'd like to say, but the going's a lot harder from here on out. Alright then, let's get started. Yo, what's up, Maddie? How you doing, buddy? Hello, Moto. Oh boy, is Kia making a comeback? I've been seeing people saying hello, Moto a lot lately. I miss Nokia phones. What's wrong? ¿Qué traes? Sopita. Coconut water. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. We're just playing some Zelda. And we're just chillaxing. What's up, Atlas? How you doing? I do gotta figure out what this flashing is. I saw a message from Annabelle, sorry. Yes, of course. I may not fully remember people because I have the memory of a, let's just say my memory is made out of, torn fishnet stockings. I used to have the memory of a sponge. Am I a girly pop? I don't know. What is girly pop? You tell me what girly pop is. You're sad because I don't give you candy? I don't have any candy to give. I'm sorry. You can check the cabinet though, or you can check under the couch. Hi, Cam. Yeah, I can't remember what exactly. That's how bad my memory is. I can't even remember what my memory's made out of. I can't even remember what I forgot. Been enjoying Lego Batman. I heard people like that game. Is that worth playing? This is the wrong way. Do I slay? I slay my enemies. Does that count? It means I'm a baddie. Okay, well isn't that something else that somebody else has to call you? Like I can't call myself a baddie, right? Okay, Cam, no problem. You got it, buddy. Okay, so she went in there and then she went down here. I just realized how aggressive that that thing that changes the thes to the misspelled version. I just realized how aggressive it is. Any instance of the word the gets changed, even if it's in a different word. What a silly little thing. The driving sucks. Has there ever been a Lego game where the driving is good in any capacity? Well, thank you for the subscription, Chloe. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. I'm glad you decided to give your baddie VTuber a subscription. Okay, Sopita. This boy, can you save him? All right, little lady, try to settle down, okay? I just now sent for the doctor. But this is strange. A child of the Zoras? I wonder if this is at all related to the incident the soldiers were talking about in back. Aw, what an emotional reunion. Yes, a girl and her wolf. Sorry, but you know how it goes. These folks can't see you either. I have received orders from above to investigate why we can't go to the spirit spring in Lake Helia. Got that? Aye, aye, Captain. You're not my boss, but I'll listen to you anyways. Happy Friday, Bella.
Hello there.
How you doing? Hi, Zaddy. How you doing? Hello. We've had a ton of complaints from citizens who can't send prayers to the spring spirit of Lake Helia. Go there. The location is the one I showed you on the map earlier. Got it?
Daddy, yes!
Daddy, yes. This game looks like the game Zelda. Oh, boy, do I have some news for you. Okay, we gotta go get the doctor. Yes, hello, I am Doctor. That's okay, Zaddy. Don't worry about it. Thank you for the happy birthday. I only put it there because I knew people would ask. And people would want to throw support my way. Otherwise, they would get mad at me. But it's okay. Hello, Doctor? Okay, hold on. I legit... My brain is not braining. I think I gotta go to Lake Helia. I think so. The favorite thing in Twilight Princess is naming your horse. Why? Did you get Ilia to say that she washed your balls for you? Or something else rancid and ratchet? This game came out when I was 18, 17, or no.
Sarcity wants you to hydrate.
17.
Get to it, you thirsty bitch.
And I thought it was the funniest thing when I made her say, I washed my butt for you. Why do I have fox ears? Because I'm a kimono Mimi. I'm a fox boy. I will hydrate for you. You just did it as a joke. And then you got the payoff when Ilya read out your name. I love to see a fellow subscriber to immature humor. You can't ask a fox how old they are. That's not nice. Hasn't anyone told you you're not supposed to ask a lady how old she is? Or something like that? Does that apply to fox boys too? I don't know. Let's just say I'm old enough to drink myself into oblivion if I wanted to. Life is too serious to not make butt jokes. You fucking tell me, man. And then when people judge you... Oh, did you see that? he just like whoop, teleported in. That was funny. Yeah, I hate when people question you. Like there's something wrong with your sanity. And it's like, first of all, yes, there is something wrong with my sanity. I don't need you questioning that. Second of all, mind your own goddamn business. Oops. What I name my virtual animal is my business and my business alone. Okay. If I want to name my virtual dog Balls, I will name my virtual dog Balls. Yes. This is Lake Helia. And now we gotta go on a bug hunting mission. But first we gotta go tame a bird. You gotta go see a man about a bird. Come here, birdie. Nothing happened. Wait, really? I see you up there. Am I supposed to summon you, or is the other guy supposed to summon you? One of us is supposed to make that bird come down. I'm too old for this. Fire and Foul Bees Watertop Land of Fantastication. It's our grand reopening at our new Lake Bottom location. We. Arr. Yeah, nice lake. Don't lakes have more, I don't know, water? Did the Zoras who live upriver do something? Or is it a curse from that spirit that floats around up there? Whatever. It's not like I can go up and complain. That's way too high. Was that a customer? Yikes, it's a monster. Alright, fine. I'll go take care of it. Sheesh. Little baby. What's up, Deku? You don't know if I live in a time zone? No, I don't. I live in a space beyond time. It is forever 7 p.m. on a Thursday for me. Have I ever eaten a fox? No, and I'd recommend you don't do that. Hi, Camille. How are you doing? Buenos noches. ¿Cómo estás, mi amiga? The birds make such weird noises in the twilight. I don't like it. Get down here. Oh wait, I'm supposed to jump on him. Never mind. I'm okay. Estás bien. Do I play Fortnite? Sometimes. Don't play it solo though. I only play it when a friend wants to play it with me. Like if one of my streamer friends is like, yo, Slacka, you want to go pwn some noobs on Fortnite? And I'm like, sure, yeah, let's do that. By the way, is the game too loud? The game's a little loud for me, so if the game is loud for you guys, let me know, okay? Oh, crap. Sorry, I was adjusting my camera. I didn't know he wasn't dead yet.
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together.
It's all coming together. Thank you for the follow, Jonathan. I'm your new master now. Settle down. Yeah, okay, come on. Take me home, Midna. Your favorite VTuber? Oh, you're so nice. Does that mean you guys are gonna vote for me for the VTuber awards this year? Or next year? Ah, just kidding. Oh, the arrogance, am I right? Oi. We have to beat that peanut streamer. That's the goal. Do I have any pets? Yes, I have a kitty named Pepper. She is my pride and joy. And she's also the source for all of my scratches and bites on my hands. She's a vicious little thing. But I mean, hey, when your love language is sass, wouldn't you express that through biting and scratching? Don't answer that. What about you? Do you have any pets? Today was a very tiring day. Oh my goodness. And it's only Tuesday. What'd you do? Was today a school day? Thank you for the subscription on YouTube. Appreciate ya. Aw, we're already here? The bird turned out to be more useful than I expected. Well then, where's this village of the Zoras? Let's look for it. It's getting cold. Well then put on a jacket. You dork. Damn, Jackie, I can't control the weather. You have 2 dogs? Oh, that's cool. What are your dogs' names? They had to record in class. Oh, I see. So your teachers were on their best behaviors today? Yeah, projects. Is it your final projects?
Welcome back from the ad break. If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
Oh, hey, what's going on here? I thought it was getting colder, but who would have thought that would be all frozen? I love, I love, I love. Hey, John, how you doing? What's up, bud? All right, Zoras. How's it going, bud? Just kicking it? Oh, are you not at work? Finally, Mr. John is not at work? Oh, about to go back from break, dang. Alright, well, you have a good day at work then, man. Are they at least treating you well today? Come on, climb up. No? Okay. Alright, catch you later, bud. Oh, what is going on? That's never happened before. Just a little performance anxiety. Just lose it. Da, 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 da. This is like that one rage game. You just realize that the Discord translator bot is working? Yep. because I realized that we have quite a big international audience now. And I figured the least I could do for everybody is put a translator so that you guys can talk to each other. The only problem is I can only get it to go one way. I can't get it to translate from English to Spanish. I can only translate other languages into English. So I'm sorry about that. So at the very least, we have one-way communication. Maybe if I like play around with it a little bit, maybe I can figure out. Oop, shoot. Maybe I can figure out if there's two-way communication. Thank you, camera. Very nice. Base reveal. Why? Explain the reasoning. A portal has opened here too. We can finally warp. Yes. Now we're about to drop a meteor on these Zoras. Yeah. Don't worry, Midna. I understand. Okay, so Death Mountain. Believe me, you don't want to see my face. That is the last thing in the world anybody wants to see. You'll be able to communicate more on Discord. That is absolutely the purpose. And it makes me glad to provide such a service for people. Oh, I didn't see it. Did you post it today? I haven't checked Discord yet today. I'll take a look after stream, okay? But that sounds funny already. Look out below. Taco Bell be like, am I right? The following lowbrow joke was brought to you by Slacker. What is my biggest fear? Three raccoons in an overcoat offering me something strange. And then when I go to offer, I go to take it. Please, you must allow me to thank you for revitalizing both my people and this spring, which is the water source for all the lands of Hyrule. In life, I was the elder of this Zora village and the queen of my people. I was called Rutella. Not to be rude, but we didn't exactly do it for you guys. The Dark Ones. They raided this village and, as a message to my people, executed me before them. Young woman, you who take the form of a proud beast, I have something to ask of you. When the Dark Ones descended upon our village, I sent my young one, Rallis, to Hyrule Castle to inform Princess Zelda of our fate. Man, reading. Yo, what's up, Void? What's up, Cam? That's a dream, not a fear. Yeah, but like, what if I don't like what they offer? And then when I go to take it, I'm like, hey, this doesn't look legal. And all of a sudden, like, the three raccoons jump out of the trench coat, and then they run away. and then I'm left there holding something illegal as the cops pull up, and then I have to explain to the cops where I got it from, and then they put me in a loony bin. You ever think about that? Your biggest fear is the ocean because all the sea creatures, like the anglerfish or the piranha. Well, I can tell you with certainty that there are no piranhas in the ocean. Those are river fish. But I fear danger followed him from this doomed place. I feel it. His presence grows fainter to me over time. But my time in this world has passed, and though I would give it gladly, I no longer have a life to risk in his rescue. Please, would you save my dearest Prince Rallis? If you do this thing, I will bestow upon you the protection of water. This power will grant you the very ability to swim and respire in the very deep water as if you were Zora. Wow, reading. Please save my son. Return the slab. Yeah, I don't want to get punked by raccoons. It's bad enough that raccoons and foxes are natural enemies. But then they gotta go and punk me like that? That ain't cool. And that is why I put mouse traps in the dumpster. And also, every time I go to take out the garbage, they try to pickpocket me and steal my car keys so they can go on a joyride. I don't know. Reading in my video game? Ha! No. Plus, we've read this already. It's fine. We know what Midna is saying. She's saying blah blah blah. I'm a dumb little cat. Please help me get my super magical accessories. Welcome back, Sopita. I am the last of the spirits of light, consumed by twilight. Hero, chosen one of the gods, you have done well to make it this far. Gather my scattered tears of light that were stolen by shadow. Gather them in this. Yep. 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 The next improvement that they need to add to Dusk is the ability to skip that stupid dialogue. Oh! I've been trapped. You're doing homework? Good luck on your homework. Okay, let's see. Do you guys come together? Yeah, you guys come together. Alright, so I gotta zap you. Come here. Come together right now over me so I can zap you. Buenísimo. They assigned homework like there's no tomorrow. Aren't you close to summer break though? Or do you guys not get summer break? Buenísimo. Qué bueno, qué bueno. What the heck? Where'd you go? Fine, fine, fine. Very good, very good, very good. Getting all twisted up. You only have vacation in December. Oh. Man, I feel bad for that. I feel bad for you guys. Though your education quality is probably like 300 times better than ours here, so it's probably a good trade-off, eh? Because we get summer vacation, spring break, winter break, all of the federal holidays, and there's like 7 of them or something. I don't know. I don't have them memorized. And winter break is my favorite because that's when I get to have my vacation. And it's when you guys get to see more of me because I'll have more time to stream. Okay, Nvidia? Nah, I would not be envious of that. Sure, we got more vacation days, but have you seen our education? What's up, Mexican president? How you doing? The game is going fantastic. How old am I? Yes. I am an old fox. Yo, what's up, Nikki? This title is clickbait? I don't know. I guess you'll have to wait and see once I stop being a wolf. But what's up, buddy? How you doing? Oh, no, please. Oh my god, please die. Come here. There we go. Did I miss one? No, I didn't. Okay. Yo, what's up, Ganon? How you doing? Fantastic name, by the way. Ban Zaddy? No. Don't ban Zaddy. I think I should add a command so that you guys think you're banning each other. Did I get them all? Okay, good. I don't have to do this stupid cave anymore.
For the glory of chaos!
Chaos. Zaddy really just pulled a, hey, I got the power. I got the power.
Maddox Sura 8 wants you to hydrate. Get to it, you thirsty bitch.
Yo, can you, like, stop moving? Let's see. Do I have water? I do. There you go. Thank you for the hydrate. I love water. It's so good. Down to my tummy. I do not care what those guys are saying. Just let me go, game.
For the glory of chaos!
Oh my goodness, we got a lot of chaos going on today. What are you guys doing over there? Cousin fight? Fight, 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 fight.
What in the fuck knuckles is this?
Sonic chaos control. I got all the emeralds. Well, I better watch out. Oh. Ooh. Foxes don't really howl. We more just yip. Yip, yip. Let teachings, blah, 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 blah. I don't usually ever do these unless I'm doing like a full playthrough or a 100% playthrough. But I like doing the little cutscenes. Yo, what's up, Zoras? It's your boy. Actually, it's your girl. Dude, what the hell? I like how they're priming you for the boss battle here. Oh, oh. Zelda's the girl in the game? Nuh-uh. Then why is it called Legend of Zelda and you play as the person who is doing all the legendary stuff? Huh? Oops. Nope. Sorry, Midna. Don't want to talk to you. That's perfect timing, Zaddy. Thank you. Zelda's the princess. Nuh-uh. Who the hell is Link? It's not called Legend of Link, you know. Go get your coffee then. Don't mess up your homework. Hold up. Where am I? Okay, here we go. Where are you at? There you are. Get down. It's okay, man. I promise you I'm messing with you. You'll see what I mean. If I ever get this stupid mini game done. Get out. I've been playing Zelda since I was, oh gosh, when's the first time I played it? 1997? I was but a wee lad. I've had those exact same arguments where people would be like, why did they name a boy Zelda? And I'd be like, look here, I'm about to say my first curse word ever in my existence. And I'm about to waste it on your bitch ass. Your favorite drink, Polaka? Why does that sound like a Eastern European thing? You did some bad things. Oh man, did you beat the chickens up? Okay, where's the last one? Down and around, right? Yeah, I think it's down here. I can't see. Literally, what is going on? Can't say on stream. What? What did you do? Figure out how to traffic drugs in Zelda? My guy's been growing Deku nuts for recreational use. Okay, we got 2 more of these things. I think, if I remember correctly, they are down in the lake. They'll tell one day. Oh my goodness. Did you polish your sword in front of Zelda? It's not over here. I got the one in the cave. Can't go that way. That leads me out of Hyrule. Oh boy, am I gonna have to ride the bird again? Wait, but I can't ride the bird. That's a classic. Oh, what? Is there really one all the way over here? I don't remember. Oh. Well, goodness me. You find the game entertaining? Well, that's good. Twilight Princess is, in my opinion, kind of an overlooked
Oh, yeah.
gem.
It's all coming together.
It's gotten a lot of love in past years, but I remember in the past, it didn't get as much love as it does now. Because that's back when everybody. I mean, Ocarina of Time is good. I love Ocarina of Time, but that's back when everybody was like, Ocarina of Time is my favorite. And it's like, yeah, that's a good one. I agree with you. But have you considered Twilight Princess? Actually, that's all. That's at the height of everybody bashing Wind Waker. They're like, oh, I don't like cartoons. Like, but don't you like anime? Manga? Why don't you like Wind Waker? Seems a little hypocritical. Okay, are we gonna get attacked here? Yes. Okay, so I am going the right way. Really, they need to start working on my thingy, the controller thing for my model. Now that I have an 8-bit dough, it should work a little bit better. And that way I'm not just standing here like a dork playing the game telepathically. Hey, can you not? Have I heard of a genre of music called pasillo? I'll be honest with you, my range of Latin American music ends at corridos, so I don't think I've ever heard of pasillo. What kind of genre of music is that? Right. If you don't like weird looking bugs, I suggest you look away. Because this is a very weird looking bug. And also, I've got another Zelda stream planned. This one is going to be a lot more fun. I just have to work out the logistics because it involves a third-party program. But let's just say it's probably going to get real wacky. Ew. It's so nasty. Hey, what? You didn't touch me. Musical genre and folk dance originating from the time of independence in Gran Colombia. Oh, really? So is it related to corridos? Interesting. I'll have to look that up then. Do you have a sample? You can put it in the music suggestion channel in Discord. Oop, I wasn't paying attention. Excuse me, can you maybe come down here so I can kill you?
How about no?
Oh, okay. Zaddy says no. Peter says no. You haven't heard of corridos? I get it's like Mexican country music. No to the bug? Yeah, no. It's almost dead. Or it is dead. Exterminado. Ah, finally. Hate that part. You never have to do that again. You make sure to get that last Hue shadow. Yep, I will do that thing. I will do that thing. I will do that thing. And now time for a really freaky cutscene. Yeah, the in the Discord there's a channel for music recommendations. Go ahead and put one in there. See, I told you, Nikki. Told you Zelda's the girl. My name is Lanairu. Your efforts have at last restored each of us light spirits in Hyrule. O hero chosen by the gods. The dark power that you seek. It waits in a temple set in the bed of Lake Helia. But before seeking it, you must now bear witness to something. Never forget it. You must know that it was the will of the goddesses that we lock away the forbidden power. When all was null, the goddesses descended and gave order and life to the world. They granted power equally to all who dwelt in the light, and then returned to the heavens. The lands where the goddesses descended came to be known as the Sacred Realm. For ages, the people lived at ease, content in mind and body. Absolute cinema. Exactly. But soon, word of the Sacred Realm spread through Hyrule, and a great battle ensued. Among those living in the light, interlopers who excelled at magic appeared. Wielding powerful sorcery, they tried to establish dominion over the Sacred Realm. Deleted. It was then that the goddesses ordered us three light spirits to intervene. We sealed away the great magic those individuals had mastered. You know this magic. It is the dark power you seek, the fused shadow. O hero chosen by the goddesses, beware. Those who do not know the danger of wielding power will, before long, be ruled by it. Never forget that. When the story's so good. The dark power that you seek is within the sleeping lakebed temple in Lake Helia. Water temple time. I guess Nikki isn't here for him to see that I was correct. He just couldn't handle it. Oh well. Okay, so I think we gotta get shot out of a cannon. Some of the Zoras are still alive down under there. I thought maybe they dried up along with the lake. Hey, buddy, have you heard? There's a temple or something at the bottom of this lake. They put on such airs with all their rituals and fancy temple hoo-ha, then they just disappear. And what's with putting the temple so deep that humans can't swim there? I swear, those Zoras. Maybe it's like their religious thing, you know, and we don't have to be a part of it. You ever think of that, mister? Oh, are you a customer? You are one lucky gal. The height of excitement, the thrill of launching to the heavens, the very peak of flying fantastification. It can be yours, lass, for a limited time only, and without waiting in line. It's a paltry 10 rupees. What do you say, buddy of mine? Want to give it a shot? Yes. Welcome, lady, and right this way. Please shoot me out of a cannon. Good gameplay of Mario 64. What are you talking about? This is clearly Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Thank you for shooting me out of a cannon. Whoa, that reminds me of something. Didn't the late Queen in Zora's Domain ask you to do something? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Midna. Thank you, Midna. Thank you, Midna. I have a memory longer than 15 minutes. I am not a hamster. Or am I? I guess the doctors really haven't figured that one out yet. Alright, horsey. Am I sure? No, I'm not. You accidentally left the live stream? That's strike one, Camille. Bum 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 bum. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Up 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 up. Hello, Erica. Do 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 do. Let's learn a cool new move. What do you guys say? You guys like cool new moves? Just a sec. Game should be fine. Just need to change the volume because it has been getting steadily louder somehow. Doot, 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 doot. Let's do 65. No, let's do 55. There we go. What are we doing? We're playing some Zelda. We meet again. You have a little more of the look of a hero than you did before. Do you feel ready to earn your next skill? Very well. But before we begin, I must test you to ensure you have mastered the last skill I taught you, the ending blow. Now then, come at me. How you doing, Erica? What you been up to? Excellent. It appears you are certainly capable of performing my lost art. Very well. My second skill is the shield attack. Let it be hewn into your mind. Call me Polaka? Sure, go for it. Everybody has their own nickname for me, it seems, so go for it. Although you have to tell me what it is, though. No matter how well-tempered a blade is, if a foe is clad in armor and bears a shield, the sword will do it no harm. When facing such a foe, you must use R to thrust your shield against the defenses of your enemy, causing the fiend to recoil. L to lock on. Excellent. Open a hole in your enemy's defenses and use your sword to strike without hesitation. The shield attack I have just taught you can also be used to repel an enemy's projectile attacks. Would you practice? Then repel my magical attack with your shield attack R. Perfect. When your enemies assail you with projectiles, this is how you will defeat them with ease. Done. You have learned the second of my hidden skills, the shield attack. Yeah, okay, let's do this. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye. Hang up the call now. Thank you, Grandpa. No. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the fan mail. Polish oatmeal. Famous traditional dairy. I thought it sounded like Eastern Europe. Although you mentioned Polish. I just didn't put two and two together. That's me being dumb. Okay, Camille. Puppy. Oh, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You're my dog now. Oh, they stole my dog. Okay. Wait, hold on. Let's go look at Princess Agatha. Princess Agatha. Oh boy, I thought you were a giant grasshopper. But you're not a bug. You're a person. Still, you're wearing those clothes, so that tells me you like bugs too. Oh boy, I forgot the formalities. You have an audience with the Princess of the Bug Kingdom. Agatha is my name. I've invited the 24 golden bugs of the world to the ball, but I don't know if they got lost in the way or what, but they're not here, that's for sure. If you see them, would you please bring them here to Agatha's castle and tell them the princess awaits? Anything for you, my liege. I belong to the Bug Kingdom now. See, if they remaster Ocarina of Time, because there's rumors that they're going to remaster Ocarina of Time, they better do what they did here with Castletown. They better do this to Castletown. Because I love Twilight Princess's Castletown. And if they don't, it is a gigantic missed opportunity, and I will spank Shigeru Miyamoto myself. Actually, him and Eiji Aonuma, they both better do what I say. I am the big fan of Zelda. Did my ruse work? I'm just kidding. This is a Zora child. This is beyond my expertise. Rude ass mosquito looking. Doctor, wait! If something isn't done, this child will die. Why is that kitty got on eyeshadow? Well, this isn't good. A human doctor won't do, huh? Oh, he's got his eyes open. Oh god, oh, never mind, he's okay. I was about to say, guys, I think he's dead. That old coot reminded me, though. I've heard of a shaman in Kakariko Village in the Elden Lands who's tended Gorons and Zoras. Is that true? Perhaps if we take him there. Inadvisable. Too dangerous. But we can't turn a blind eye to a pretty girl in need either. Yes, we'd better escort you. Am I right, boys? Well, isn't that nice? To reach Kakariko, we've got to cross 2 plains that are each infested by dangerous beasts. But thank the goddesses, we'll be safe now. Cowards, don't ever show your faces here again. Oh my. Looks like we've got one young lady knight left. Welcome back, Sopita. And not only that, but it looks like this brave young woman will escort us, so get ready to go, honey, pronto. You know that girl, don't you? It's a real shame. She can't even remember her own name right now. Bless her heart. She found this poor boy collapsed in the road, so she did all she could to save him. More courage in that girl than all the soldiers of Hyrule, that's for sure. You lend your strength to her, you hear me, darling? Kitty with the eyeshadow. What's going on with that? Who put makeup on that cat? So you say the bridge to the east has been destroyed, huh? Then our only option is to cross the bridge to the west. Oh, hey, your thing's vibrating. You see what that means? You'll have to deal with that thing. Okay, let's turn off the bomb arrows because that's gonna get us in trouble. Thank you so much for this. If you don't mind me asking, what's your name? Pretend it's not Link because I couldn't change it since I installed this mod today. Link? Excuse me. I will never in my life forget your kindness, Link. Little lady, I think you'd best save your thanks until we're safe in Kakariko. This dame of ours has great eyes, honey. They're proud and wild, like a feral beast. We need a beast right now to keep the true ones at bay. If we make it to Kakariko safely, we'll just thank her then, okay? Whoa, your face changed. What the heck? Did you guys see that? The textures got all weird for like a second. You ready to roll, Link? You've got to protect these young ones on the way to Kakariko. Yes. Hold on. Wrong button. Okay, so we need regular bow. Oh, regular bow, and then we need that. Because the boomerang is going to let us put out the fires. Because this stupid cart will inevitably catch on fire. And we got to be able to put the fire out. More jousting time. Shields ain't gonna save you, buddy. Okay, it's your turn, honey. We're counting on you. Okay. I guess that's my fault. Turn around, please. Never bring a shield to a gunfight. Nice, honey. Keep up the good work. You're darn tootin'. Alright, so we gotta keep an eye out for those little idiots with their bows. Go. Whoops. Oh my gosh. If I can shoot straight. Ah. Gosh, dang it. That's what I mean. Wait for me, wait for me, wait for me, wait for me. Hello, this is my escort mission. Okay, where's the bomb? There's the bomb birds. Now they're gonna go off course. can I please push the right goddamn button? There we go. There we go. Now stay on course, please. No. No! Oh my god. Why won't you lock onto the bird? Lock onto the bird! Oh my god! Okay. I don't like this part of the freaking escort. As you can probably tell. My god. Here we go. Keep going. Running into the wall. Go, please. Thank you. Keep going. Keep going. Just go straight.
Welcome back from the ad break. If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
Welcome back. You didn't miss anything. I was just doing a really annoying mini game of sorts. Escort mission. Uh-oh, Foxy's frozen. Go. He has passed through the worst of it. As long as he rests, he should recover in due time. Do you know the fate of his mother? Her welfare consumes him. He has been mumbling deliriously about her almost constantly. I can see the knowledge grieves you. It must be an awful memory. I'll stay with him until he's better, no matter how long it takes. Colin, that's very stupid. Is that so? Thank you, Colin. Hey, Link, about Ilya. Is it true what they said about her? Yes, she has lost her memory, Colin, and regaining it will be no simple task. But it will be all right, child. If we just give her some time, I am certain that Ilya will find her heart again. So, Colin, I'd like to ask you to stay in this village until then. It is our turn to show the courage that you have already displayed. Nice to see there's still hope here, and it's always good to see happy results repay your efforts. Those skills of yours, any chance here of the mind to put them to use for Hyrule? What hope there is in our kingdom is frail and dying, but there's still a group trying to do what it can. And I'm a member of that group. Call me Telma, sweetheart. Okay, Telma, sweetheart, you got it. I may just stay here a bit longer. I'm still worried about Ilya, and, well, never mind about the rest. Link, I want to see you again at my bar. You hear me, hun? The bar is actually a kind of safe house for my friends. There's a passageway that leads to the castle from in there as well. Yo, what's up, Justa? How you doing? If you ever need anything, stop by. I'll be waiting for you, darling. What you been up to, Justa? Return the slab, or suffer my curse. I'm gonna beat you, Ghost. Dang it, she's way faster than me. How could I have not foreseen this? Oh, okay. Good to hear it. Glad you're making progress on your project. I am deeply grateful to you for aiding my son in his time of need. You were right to bring him here. Kakariko Village is a sacred place for the Zora people. It is where we take our eternal rest. My husband in life, King Zora, also rests his spirit here. It is no coincidence my son found his salvation in this place. That which I have promised you is within this grave. During his lifetime, my husband created garments specifically for the chosen hero, garments that house the abilities of the Zora. Oh yeah, baby. Give me them clothes. What? 20 follows left? Now I only have 3 left? What do you mean? How long am I playing this? I'm gonna play this forever. I will never stop playing this game. Now at last I can join the king in slumber. And yet, my son, he still knows nothing of my death. If you see him again, please pass on this message. Tell him that he must not grieve his mother's passing. Tell him that she wanted him to be brave and live on as the king of our people. And tell him his mother loves him without end. Tell him. I don't know, with the queen dead, what if your people want to now become a democracy? Until my goal of 300 followers? I'm actually 23 followers away from that. But thank you. Yes, we're pretty close. Yes, Midna. Yes, yes, yes. Alright, let's see what she looks like with it on. That's cute. They made her a custom little outfit. Okay, I guess I might as well tell everybody what this is. So this is a mod that replaces Link with Linkle, who is supposedly Link's sister in Hyrule Warriors. But really, she's just female Link, because, you know, Nintendo and creativity. But yeah, this is a mod that completely replaces Link with her. Even down to the sounds. I thought it would be interesting. Changes things up a bit. It's okay, Justa. Don't worry about it. I do it all the time. I try my best to be good at math, and brain says no. Also, thank you for the follow. Oop, I saw it there for a second. Now it's gone. Well, thank you for the follow regardless. Yeah, water bombs. Yeah. Now we can buy the water bombs. Do 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 do. Dum 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 dum. Oh, this guy's open 24/7. Does he ever sleep? He probably snorts the bomb powder. That's why he just stays awake all night or all day and night. Okay. Hold on. Brain is braining. We need to go to Lake Helia. Okay. Temple time. Sorry. I was trying to like, oops. I was trying to go through the process of events in my brain. So it is now temple time. Come here, horsey. Okay. I think it's this way because the bridge is out. So yeah, we got to go this way. Why is there a symbol here? I don't think I need to go up there. I think that just means there's a portal, right? Yeah, okay, so we're going the right way. Oops. Insurance fraud. He did that. He ran in front of me. I had nothing to do with that. Again, insurance fraud. Don't you hate that? You're just riding your horse through the field. Suddenly some jerk jumps in front of you. Starts claiming you hit them. And you're just like, dude, I didn't hit you. I just barely nudged you. And they're like, no, you hit me. You broke both my legs. I'm laying here in agony. And you're like, what? What are you talking about? I didn't even see you. And they're like, yeah, that's the point. You were on your damn phone. And you're like, bullshit. I was not on my phone. Yeah, we caught you. We see you on the camera. And then you flee the scene. Nobody else? I mean, yeah, no, me neither. Okay, so now we gotta play the chicken mini game to get down to the lake. You see how it works? First you get shot out of a cannon, and then you gotta take a chicken down. You have no idea how long it took me to figure that part out. Hello. Matikane, name that I can't say. How you doing? No, wrong way. Sorry. Oh, goodbye, chicken. Well, hi there. Welcome to Falby's Fly by Fowl. Are you ready for a flight full of dreams and sweet, sweet bonuses? A cuckoo-powered ride above the Lake Helia? You will love it. Next up for Fantastication, one big gal. Just one? Right, then that's 20 rupees for a ticket to the Isle of Riches. How about it, partner? Alright, thanks, partner. Now just grab a cuckoo of any color and try to sail to the Isle of Riches. Come on, cuckoo. Stop running. Stop running. Here we go. And we're gonna try to land on the middle. You think we can do it? Yay, we did it. Bye, chicken. Oh well. Them's the breaks, I guess. You see that? She changes clothes in midair. You guys ever been able to do that? Just change your clothes right in midair? If you ever played The Sims, you know how like when they change their clothes, they like spin around. I've always wanted to be able to do that. Like, I think one of the toughest things every morning is how long it takes to get dressed when you're tired. I just want to spin around and have my clothes just appear on me, no matter what the occasion is, you know? Go in. Water Temple. Everybody's favorite. Well, I mean, this one ain't so bad. The one in Ocarina of Time, on the other hand. Okay, will do, Justa. Did you add some of your pictures? Yay, good job, Camille. Okay. Wait, I can't. There we go. Okay. For future Zeldas, I really hope Nintendo breaks their habit of either telling you to do what you just figured out what to do or trying to hold your hand. Like, look at that puzzle over there. I think if you push that block, you'll complete it. And it's like, yeah, dude, a kindergartner could have figured that out. What are you trying to do here? It's just frustrating is all. Like I love Zelda, but it's gotten really handholdy over the years. Hell yeah, get it, girl. Like, this is okay when they show you the dungeon. I'm okay with that. Because it's giving you like a little overview, like, hey, this is what it looks like. What do you notice? But I just hate when they're trying to like guide you towards a specific thing, you know? Like, instead of trusting you to formulate the solution on your own. Yeah, that's not the right way. Aki. What's up, Aki? How you doing? How is you? Good. Awesome. Glad to hear it. I'm doing okay. Getting kind of tired, but that's just from a long day of work. How about you? How was did you work today? Free Atlas. Also, thank you for the gifts. I'm so sorry. Those don't pop up anymore, so I can't like properly thank you guys. But thank you. You saw a movie. Oh, what'd you see? Jackson? Is that the Michael Jackson movie? Oi. Oh, okay. So you liked it, huh? Okay, I've been hearing mixed things about it. The wrong way again. This map is very circular, so it's easy to get lost. One of these has Tuesdays are cheap movie days. I remember when I was younger, there was a movie theater near me that used to do free movies, but the catch was they were only family movies. So you'd be seeing like animated movies and sometimes Disney movies and stuff like that, which is all right. Oh, there's a key down there. Wait, no, there's not. Cool. Band jumping? There's no jump button. And also, it's not with bits. It's with your channel points. You got some grapes? What kind of grapes? Green or red? My favorite are the green ones. The red ones. So you like sweet grapes? You got both. They got these ones. Oh, okay, so this was really weird. I think like a couple years back, I was at Safeway and we saw some grapes that said that they were like genetically modified grapes, right? They were like, oh, we changed the flavor. I'm like, whoa, how do you change the flavor of grapes? And it turns out that they managed to basically, I think, like pollinate it with a different plant, and they made it taste like cotton candy. That was crazy. Like legitimately, yeah, it was the cotton candy grapes. You know about those? Okay, I'm just running in circles now. What in the good god dang, dude? They're so crazy. Like, how do they do that? Those grapes are so, you like those ones? I thought they were pretty good. I mean, I don't think I'd get them again because they were really sweet. But yeah, I liked them. I thought they were cool. Like, how food science is probably one of those things that are like the craziest thing to me, because you can like mix flavors of things that really not ought to be mixed, you know? Okay, I think I gotta get around down there. Sorry if I'm running in circles. I'm trying to remember exactly what I'm meant to do. I think I gotta turn up there. 'Cause I gotta turn this around over there, I think. Hold on. Turn this. You're almost out of apples. Oh no. Okay, this is just the map, I think. What apples are your favorite? I always go for Fiji apples. Fiji are my absolute favorite. The apple that I hate the most are red apples. Like, you know, the ones that we used to get in school, like the school lunches. Hate them. They're really like mealy. Like it has that like gritty texture, and they're mushy. Ugh. Eat them. The red one, yeah, I hate them. Good job, Camille. You finished your. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to blow that up. Finished your homework. Buen trabajo. I am so muy proud of you. Get away, Tektites. Oh, you know, it's a shame that the red ones suck, because like in Mario, the ones that Yoshi eats are like those red apples, and I always wanted to try those apples whenever Yoshi would eat them. Then again, he also eats the green ones, and I'm not a big fan of green apples because they're way too tardy. Good, I'm glad to hear that, Camille. You deserve the praise for working so hard. They make good apple pies. I make my apple pie. Where are you going, Linkle? I make my apple pies with the Golden Delicious. There's some people that swear by making apple pies with Granny Smith apples. And I'm like, doesn't that make them kind of tarty? But then again, you know what? Maybe a tart apple pie is pretty good. I've never had a tart apple pie. Mine have always been sweet. So, you know, maybe that's just some people's jam. Yeah, every Thanksgiving I love making a good apple pie. One of these days I think I might want to try my hand at making like a blueberry pie. But the fuck? Lamb sauce. Yeah, one of these days I want to try my hand at making a blueberry pie, but the filling I feel like I might mess up because you have to make like a reduction, don't you, in order to make the filling? And I feel like I might mess it up. I might burn it. What was that? That was one of my sounds. On Twitch, you can play sounds with your channel points, and that's one of them. The channel the sounds are free because otherwise Blurp makes you pay for them, and I don't want people spending real money on that. So they're free. And because of that, it opens up all of the sounds, and some people find really interesting ones. But it's okay. I can't wait till spooky season because I want to play games that like kind of make me lower my guard, you know? And then have somebody play spooky sounds and scare the crap out of me. I think that'd be fun. And yes, I am literally saying that it would be fun to be scared. She's like a little tree frog. She hops so quickly. Next time he'll join Twitch? Okay. Halloween Horror Nights I've been to Halloween Horror Nights at Universal. It is so much fun. My absolute favorite is Not Scary Farm though. But I think it's because that's about as much as I can afford. The tickets cost like $260 per person because I am a person who believes that if you can pay to skip a line, you should pay to skip a line. And those tickets are expensive for that reason. But the Halloween Horror Nights one, I think, are way more expensive. Lately, things are expensive. Yeah. I hate it. And also, a lot of places, they skip out on like the food deals. I remember the first time we went, they had a really good food deal where it was like we got free, like a free meal. It was a big one too. Then the last year we went, and the free meal was garbage. They didn't even have like any of the what do you call it? Any of the signature meals. It was just like, oh, you have to get like these normal cruddy ones. don't remember how to beat this guy. Oh wait, I need the claw shot. You know, it's like if I'm paying almost $300 a person to go to this thing, you better roll out the goddamn steak and lobster. You know what I mean? None of this like cheap ass hamburger, French fry things, you know? I want my steak to be juicy and my lobster to be buttered, damn it. Goodbye. No lobster for you. Oh, are you allergic to shellfish? Or do you just not like lobster? Only steak? Fair. Then we'll get Aki, we'll get you all the steaks, just like Freerin. You'll have a giant plate filled with steaks. Nobody scams you out of your hamburgers. Well, if you like hamburgers, then it's not really a scam. You got all the hamburgers you can eat, brother. Oh yeah, I remember your story. I was like, best friend. I'm sorry, I got dark humor. Ignore Miyaki. Yeah, no, fair reason. You should get another lobster, and then try to make it immortal. Well, I mean they are immortal, but I mean not when you serve it with butter sauce. But if you can help it shed its shell, you can make them huge. Because the only reason why lobsters die naturally is because they run out of energy and their shells become too thick as they get big, so they can't molt out of their shell. So if you are able to help it molt, you could have an immortal lobster that would just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And you'd have a lobster god. Why not Zoidberg? Whoop, 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 whoop. JJK sound effect for Twitch. You'll have to tell me which sound to add. Because I'm not too familiar with Jujutsu Kaisen. Hell yeah, dark humor havers rise up. And remember, kids, there's a difference between dark humor and edgy humor. Don't be an edgelord. Nobody likes edgelords. Oop. Oh. Well, I'll be a son of a gun. I'm missing something. Besto friendo? I have that sound. Check my blurps. It's the one that goes, thank you so much, besto friendo. Right? Yay, the water is up. Fishies are gonna be so happy.
My best friend.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that one. Besto friendo.
I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large,
A number 6 with extra dip.
a
Number 7. 2 number 45s. 1 with dip. And a large soda. Okay, I think I'm supposed to... Yeah. Yatta! It cut UG off. I have the full sound. I mean, the blurps can't go on forever, you know? They're only like 30 seconds long, or like 10 or so seconds long.
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
Thank God that that wasn't too long. I would have gotten hella claimed. Dancy, dancy. Hey, sexy lady. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Open Gangnam Style. I went in the wrong door. That's the back entrance. Whee. This. About to fight a giant frog. Have I ever listened to songs by Epic the Music? Maybe. I've been on the internet long enough that I've probably heard a lot of things and I do not know the source of them. You might have to tell me a song or so from them. You went the wrong way at Spencer's? Yeah, that's how we all grew up as kids. You go into the back of Spencer's in the late 90s. Ouch. Early 2000s. And that's how you learn things. Forbidden knowledge. I'm not trying to open the map. Thank you very much. Go away. Ouch. You put a few songs on the Discord server? Okay. No, I meant to... Okay, there we go. Are we going to be teaching Slacker songs? Okay, this is your warning. If you don't like giant frogs, look away. Or toads. What's up, Camille? He's right behind me, isn't he? That's a good timing on that song. And that reminds me of those frogs that have their babies in their backs, and I hate those animals so much. Like, who told you to be that disgusting? I already had the bombs. Yay, frog genocide. I just killed all of its babies. Wait. What? That's never happened before. Open your stupid mouth. Okay, we are 0 for 2 at the moment. No, don't make that a sound. I'll never live it down. No, Linkle, what are you doing? Eat it, sucker. Oh, he dead. Is there a heart piece up there? Yee, she killed him. Cuphead stream win? I don't know, man. I'm not too fond of Cuphead. And yes, it's exactly for the reason you think. Because I suck at it. I can't win at it. So it's a bad game. Just kidding. It's not a bad game. I'm just bad at it. Okay, Aki. I think I did something wrong. Hold on. There's a fly in here? What? Who let a fly in here? Close the window, dang it. Who was the last person into the stream? Nyam nyam. Well, you did spend all of your brain energy doing your homework. So you should go to Eep if you need to eat. You gonna stay until the end of the live stream? You're not gonna fall asleep this time? Yo, what's up, Skelly? How you doing? Isn't this supposed to be spinning? Right, okay. Get the fuck out of here. Who do you think you are? I mean, it's okay if you do. Believe me, I understand. I stream late when everybody gets home and gets out of school. So I understand if this is your place to sleep. Just don't get mad at me if there's a sudden sound that makes you suddenly wake up. Yeah, this temple's music in particular is very relaxing, so I don't blame you. I feel like if I ever did one of those, stop pulling out the wrong weapon. If I ever did one of those no commentary runs for this game, there'd be a lot of people sleeping to my videos. Okay. Oh, that's not a... Okay, I'm dumb. I am dumb. Remember me? Now you die. Thought you could escape me in your little piss bubble, huh? You scared me. Don't do... Jesus. Gonna wake the dead with that. Do I know the game Blood Rain? I am familiar with it, but I have never played it. Also, hi Sabrina. Do you like Blood Rain? Is that your favorite game? You got scared. Looks like they got you, Camille. Can I not reach that? Game movie. Oh yeah, I forgot they made a movie about that game. That's a vampire movie, right? She's a vampire? You know what vampire movie was a complete freaking trip in the early 2000s? Was the what was it called? Underworld or something like that? The one with the vampires and the werewolves that were always at war. It's got, I think, Kate Beckinsale is in it. It's a crazy movie. I remember seeing it on TV. I never saw it in theaters, but I remember seeing it on TV all the time. You're gonna get some popcorn? Heck yeah. Bring me some popcorn. Part human, part vampire? Oh, I see. Yeah, I never played the games, but I am familiar with them. They were quite controversial back in the day. During the late 90s, early 2000s, you always had politicians and mom groups complaining that games are too violent and bloody. And that's one of the games that got the anger of the moms. The claw grapple, the grabby grab. Are they Link's little grabbies? Like he's a rat? That's what they call them, the hands-on rats. Did you know that? They call them grabbies. Except this isn't Link. This is Linkle. So, not the mom anger, yeah. Thanks to Hillary Clinton, we almost got a GTA banned in this country. Do I need that chest? Hold on. Might need that chest. No, okay. I figured it's just money. Ouch. Yeah, I think a few of you are too young to remember that. Because that was in the early 2000s when I was a teenager. But it's because somebody modded GTA San Andreas to have adult things in it, and Hillary Clinton took offense to that. You just found out that Palaka drinks will be exported to the United States? Whoa. So there's a chance I'll get to try them? Vámonos. Okay, so now we got to go back to that other place. I think, yeah. We must backtrack once more. Because we got to get the boss key now. You declare that they will arrive? Okay. The only problem is if they're coming from another country, then I'm going to have to pay tariffs on them. We have to pay Trump tax on everything in this country. And yes, I am going to call it that because it is his fault. Not to get political. But I hope I get to try your favorite drink. That'd be fun. I like trying people's favorite things. Especially if they are foreign to me. Oh, this isn't the boss key. Son of a gun. Well, at least we got a new heart piece, a heart container. Oh, oh, they want to get me. Oh, they want to get me. And guess what? I can get you, but you can't get me. Suckers. This is just like at the zoo when I tease the gorillas with the hamburger. Okay, where is the damn key? Hold on. Boss is there. I haven't been here. But I think that might that be the boss key? I don't know.
Welcome back from the ad break. If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
Welcome back. You didn't miss anything. Oh. Nyam nyam. Nyam 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 nyam. It is this way. Okay, so there is a treasure chest. I know where I'm meant to go. I don't remember how to get there. It's the entrance, so that's not it. Yeah, there's no third floor or fourth floor. Oh, yeah, there is, but those are insignificant. Kind of. Is this it? I gotta go up one and come. Something tells me that's not it, though. Miku Dayo. Are you trying to say it like Miku in Tamagotchi Life? Dayo. Dayo.
Oh, there it goes. Secret tunnel! Secret tunnel! Through the mountains! Secret, secret, secret.
Secret tunnel. What's that from? I've never heard that before. You timed that terribly. There's a big delay. Should actually it's not that big. I think it should be about like 4 or 5 seconds. Where is this thing? Here. There are no treasure chests at all on this side. There's one there though. Don't think that's the boss key. Like, in my head, I can picture where the boss key is. I just cannot remember how to get over there. It's always like a little blip in my memory. Really random question? Okay, really random answer. Does that sound like a fair trade? You ask a random question, I give you a random answer. That is a really random question. Honestly, I don't know. I don't think there are any answers that would satisfy that question. But I guess I would see what it feels like to wear a sundress and walk through the park on a sunny day.
Do it or you're fired!
Jeez. Okay, I'm sorry. Is it down there? I have a feeling it's down there. Okay, I'm being stupid. I think it's down here. Oh no. Oh, that was stupid. I gotta find it. Way down there. No? Oh my god. That was so close. Good night, Justa. Thank you for being here. You have a good rest of your night. Did that answer your question at all, Camille? I'm not sure if that was a satisfying enough answer, and now I'm nervous. But on the surface, I look calm and ready. Yeah? Okay, good. Yeah, here we go. Okay, this is the place I was thinking of. This has the boss key. I haven't found the compass yet. Oh no, I haven't found the map yet. That's why it wasn't filled out. And that is why I was confuzzled. You figured as much? What do you mean? Did I answer in a way that you thought I would answer? Because that's not fair. Hmm. Your boy do be missing something though. What is going on? A valid answer. Oh, okay. Gotcha. That's all you meant. I know there's a way. Okay. There's like something I gotta bomb. Get to the other side. Made you laugh. Okay. I'm glad I could provide you some comedy. This is not the way. not the way either. You know, I can feel it. I know what mod is going to be next for this game. It's going to be like Genshin characters or something. You just watch. Okay. Since those bombs are alive, does that mean that guy like harvests, like dives down into the ocean and harvests living bombs? Kind of hardcore. Or Uma mods? Oh yeah. Oh my god, dude, you should have seen how many Uma Musume things were at Fanime. Holy cannoli. I was thinking like, man, am I missing something with this game? Like, am I missing out? Should I be playing Uma Musume? Get off me. If I met Doraemon, who's that? If he became my friend, what would I ask him? I needed help. To help me. Help me hack the Pentagon. Or hack the CIA so they can tell me tomorrow's lottery numbers. I know they know the lottery numbers. It's all a scam set up by the CIA to trick people into spending all their money. Down here? Okay, I think it's down here. Blue cat from oh. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yes, Doraemon. The little blue kitty. Yeah. Very famous in Latin America, right? Yes. I know what you're talking about now. I mean, I don't know much about that series, so I don't know what would be a valid thing to ask Doraemon for. Is he magical? Can he give me like, can he grant wishes or something?
Dun, 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 dun.
And then a T-Rex came. Ba-na-na-na. So I'm guessing Uma Musume is not worth my time playing. Oh, I forgot. I can't even shoot them with my claw. The claw. One of your favorite characters from childhood? Oh, that's sweet. I see it all the time on when I go to what's it called? Daiso. The Japanese dollar store. But they have Doraemon stuff all over the place. He always wanted to have his magic pocket. What is he, like a kangaroo or something? Kind of reminds me of, do you know Felix the Cat? The really old American cartoon. But he has a magic carpet bag that can hold anything. It's basically the original bag of holding. It reminds me of that. I let go too early. Yep, I fell. Everybody point and laugh at Slacker. He fell like a dummy. Slacker es un payaso. Everybody laugh at him. Oh wow, that chain is vibrating into the next galaxy. What is going on? Okay, finally we can go beat the boss. My goodness. This door is supposed to be open. How did I get in here? Please tell me I didn't soft lock myself. I like that you immediately have to say just kidding. Oy. But it's okay. I mean, if you suddenly stop responding, I figure you probably just fell asleep or something. So don't worry about it. You don't have to apologize. I'm used to boring the ladies. It's okay. Porgy! Why must you do this to me? What the heck? Where am I? Oh, I'm right back. Okay, that looked strange. What are the things I hate most in general? I would say just mean people. And people that are mean to others for absolutely no reason. I mean, there's really no reason to be mean to somebody. But I hate people that just they take pleasure out of being mean to others. I hate people who, well, I wouldn't say hate. Hate is a very strong word. I dislike people who can't have fun or appreciate a joke or can't let others have fun, you know? Like, for example, people who can't let others enjoy something because it's quote unquote cringe. That's the kind of stuff I hate. Like, my whole thing is just live and let live, you know? Let people enjoy what they want to enjoy. As long as it doesn't hurt someone else or take away somebody else's happiness, then I say live and let live. You have a friend who's like that? Yeah, I've met plenty of people like that. They were not my friends for much longer. Like, they just cannot let others have fun, or people who are just really spiteful, you know? Like, I've met people who have had the toughest lives, right? Like, they've had really tough lives. And looking at them, you would think, boy, this person has really been through the ringer. And they're probably like a bitter, tough person because of it. And then it's like, nope, they're actually the sweetest person ever. They're super kind to everybody. And then you meet other people who have gone through not so tough lives, but may have had a couple of inconveniences here or there. And they take it as an excuse to be just a huge dick to everybody. Like, just the worst person imaginable. And then when you call them out for it, they're just like, hey, I had a tough life. It's just like, okay, and who hasn't had a tough life, buddy? It's no reason to be mean to others. Very pretty, and yet she gets bullied. Oh, that's not. That's no fun. I mean, it's no fun for anybody to get bullied. Believe me. I was a bullied child, so I understand. But, it's good of you for you to stick up for your friend. Here we go. Boss time. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go now. Give me some hearts. Thank you. It is tradition. Good way of expressing. I think it's just in my old age. I've learned how to use language as a weapon in a good way, you know? Because I'm not very strong. I'm not very big or any of that stuff. So I've always had to use my words. So I'm very good with expressing myself through language. Ironically, I'm not very good at talking. Oh no, it's a sea anemone. A sea anemone. A anemone. Get out here. There's a way to do this boss so that it can't. Oh, no, 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 no. That's Morpha. Never mind. You can't do it with this boss. Get over here. What's up, gambler? You gotta put a, oh, actually, the, commands aren't gonna work in it for TikTok anymore. At least not until I can get, TikTok Studio back. And I can't get TikTok Studio back right now because it overloads my computer. Because I'm running a bunch of different, streaming services all at once. Because I'm greedy. Oh my, a big giant fish. Who wants ceviche? Words can be so powerful, so it works. Yeah. I mean, you can change people's hearts with words, you know? All you can do with power and violence is instill fear. But with words, you can make people feel anything. And also with violence, you can stab eels in the eye. But that's besides the point. Like the preacher from The Boys. Oh, I've never seen The Boys. It's his superpower words. Oh, is that a good thing, gambler? Well, I hope that's a good thing. Oh. A big stupid fish. You know who I think has a really cool like word superpower is, I don't know his name, but he's the dude from Jujutsu Kaisen. Like the one who can like with a single word make things like anything happen. So he can't say normal words. Like I think that's a cool superpower. Or actually it's not a superpower, is it? It's like sorcery or something like that. The last fused shadow. Yes, we got to do something about Zant. Now we got to go to Hyrule Castle. I only know that character from the Jujutsu Kaisen movie. And how he was saying like the ingredients to poke bowls or something like that. It was like bonito flakes, salmon roe, stuff like that. Because those are the only words that he can say without making something happen. What would I do? What do you mean? What would I do with what? Wait, I still got my frog suit on. Our new Zant. New butthead. Zant. Did you honestly mean to take an ancient and withered power like this and turn it against me? You are a foolish traitor, Midna. Why do you defy your king? My king? You who do nothing but abuse the magic of your tribe? You must be joking. How dare you? Are you implying that my magic is, old magic? Now that is a joke. This power is granted to me by my god. It is the magic of the King of Twilight, and you will respect it. You like the background with the flying toasters? Yeah, I couldn't add a picture of anything else without affecting any other scenes in OBS, so I decided on that. It's an old screensaver from a long time ago that I had on my childhood computer, and I thought it was the funniest thing. You had to download it from the internet, so it's like one of the first downloadable screensavers. Yeah, I'm an old man. What can I say? My Minda, did you forget that Beast is one of the light dwellers who oppressed our people? No matter how much you may desire otherwise, you will never be more than a shadow in their world. You cannot consort with their kind. But if we can make their world ours, Minda, light and darkness will meet at last. Our tribe will take back their realm, and sweet darkness will blot out this harsh light. And that, Minna, is why. I need you. Not just for me, but for all of our people. Lend me your power. So be it. I will return you to the light world you covet. Thank you, Camille. Uh-oh, she got a sunburn. And now, one of my favorite parts of the game. It's a very short part, but it's one of my favorite parts. Mostly because of the music. Link, hero chosen by the goddesses. Go to the princess locked away in the castle. That princess holds the key that can unlock you from your shadow form. Oh, wait, I forgot. I gotta get kicked out of the bar first. Beast, get out! Huh, I thought we were friends. You there? You're Link, correct? Yes, I thought so. I could just tell, you know. I'm Luis. Do you remember meeting me in this shop before? Though I don't think we were properly introduced. In any case, I must tell you, I'm a bit puzzled as to why you look like that. Really, dear, you can't blame the humans for tossing you out the way you look. Oh, another patient? You certainly are a curious sort. Please, Princess Zelda. This way. Here, get in through the window. The attic is connected to the castle's waterway. It's an old waterway, though, so it could be a rough trip. Well, I suppose all that's left to do is to make sure that the humans don't notice you. Bye, kitty. Oh, am I missing a message? Hey, Mousy, sorry if I can't see your message. My chat app doesn't like me. And it cuts off messages sometimes. Blame TikTok, though. Don't blame the chat app. Ooh. Yeah. Turn around, Link. Turn around, turn around, turn around. There we go. I heard that an acquaintance of Telma's defeated the beast that had been attacking tourists on the bridge. Her name was Link. It sounds as though she brought Telma and her young ward to Kakariko Village. Just as I thought. Hyrule is full of women of valor. Oh no, I don't believe she's from Hyrule proper at all. No, my understanding is that she's from the small neighboring province of Ordona. This may sound horribly elitist, but people who do not know the city simply do not know fear. I think you got that backwards, nerd. You're gonna die of heat. Oh no! Turn on a fan. Just casually rip out its soul. Oh, thanks for beating the ghost. Can I call you Doggy? I'm Giovanni. I became consumed by greed long ago and sold my soul to a dark creature that did this to me. I can't move. I can't go see my girlfriend. My pet cat Gangle is frozen on my head. I don't think I could be more miserable. I have to ask you a favor, Doggy. Can you find and defeat the 20 ghosts that lurk in the dark for me? I think if you can free the pieces of my soul from the ghosts that hold them, I'll be free. Oh, but it's raining out now, so I don't think you can go outside directly. I'll open the door to the underground waterway for you. Once the rain stops, you can come back in here by digging around the front wall where the cats gather. Understand, Doggy? Yep, I'm never coming back. Bye! Come on, spiders. Things are so annoying to fight as Wolf Link. I should say Wolf Linkle. Sorry if I don't say much. I just really like this song. Where's the last one? Uh-oh. Where's the last? Oh, wait. Huh. Could have sworn. Guess that doesn't lead anywhere. Oh well. Okay, fine. We'll go walk backwards. There we go. Guess Linkle just really wants to moonwalk up the rope. Amigazazo? What's that? ¿Qué es esto? Amigazazo. In case you were wondering, I learned that voice from watching a lot of Telemundo. The announcer guy would always be like, Telemundo. So I would say it like that to make my friends laugh. A good friend? Aw, that's sweet. Oh, climb. Linkle, please. Nearly there. Please, please tell me, how do we break the curse on this one? This is the one you need her to save your world. That's why, Princess, please, you must help Link. Oh, my magic tattoo says you are indeed the one. What binds her is a different magic than what transformed her when she first passed the curtain of twilight. It is an evil power. Our world is one of balance. Just as there is light to drive away darkness, so too is there benevolence to banish evil. Head for the sacred grove that lies deep within the lands guarded by the spirit Farron. There you will find the blade of evil's bane that was crafted by the courage of an ancient hero, the Master Sword. The Master Sword is a sacred blade that evil can never touch. Evil cloaks you like a dark veil, and that blade is the only thing that can cleave it. Link, hero sent by the goddesses. Like you, I have been granted special powers by the goddesses. Fine, Link, you can get to the woods on your own, right? Princess, I have one last request. Can you tell her where to find the Mirror of Twilight? Midna, I believe I understand now just who and what you are. Despite your mortal injuries, you act in our stead. These dark times are the result of our deeds, yet it is you who have reaped the penalty. Accept this now, Midna. I pass it to you. No, Link, stop her! What am I supposed to do?
Welcome to the gaming couch, all 3 Pocket of Time viewers. We're so happy to have you.
Yo, Pocket! What's up, Pocket and Pocket viewers and raiders? How you doing? What's up, what's up, what's up? Horizon Zero Dawn? Heck yeah. How was Horizon Zero Dawn? Yeah, we playing some Twilight Princess. What up, raiders? If you're new, I'm Slacker. And we are playing Twilight Princess, but with a twist. If you want to know what the twist is, then you'll have to stick around and wait for me to get the Master Sword. Raid! What's up, raiders? How was Pocket's stream? You guys have fun? Zelda, I've taken all that you had to give, though I did not want it. She was simping as usual and got slapped by a boss. Oh no. What boss slapped her up? And who was she simping? Was she simping Alloy? Or somebody else? Oh no, it's the magic rhombus. I think that's what those are called, right? It's the Plumbus thing from The Sims. Oh no. The Cauldron mission. Oh. I don't actually know anything about Horizon Zero Dawn. No, this isn't it. Here, right? Yeah, I think this is it. What's up, Void? Yes, I am still live. I want to try to get the Master Sword before ending. Otherwise, we're gonna have to start with getting the Master Sword next time, and I want to start with trying to get to the sky. Monkey. Suggest the first one. The second one is woke. Well, what in the good gosh darn could you mean by that, Lemus? Did you save me? Thank you. Listen, since you're so nice, let me tell you something. There's a really pretty wooded area on the other side of this cliff. I climbed over there, but when I tried to get deeper into the woods, those guys attacked me. What's in those woods anyway? Yeah, let's do it. Oh no, you ain't tricking me into falling off the cliff this time. I already did that once. But I thought everybody loved the second Horizon Zero Dawn, or Horizon whatever it's called. What's it called? Forbidden West or something like that? Yes, I'm a filthy cheater. Base game is okay, it's the DLC. Oh. Why? What happened in the DLC? Did they give the giant robots big booba? And that was just too much for you? Doo 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 doo. Prelude of Light. Ah, so it was the big booba. Okay. Gotcha. The wolf is a singer? Top tier opera singer. You just get a bunch of wolves together and they sing opera for you. Hey, it's only cheating if it gives me an advantage in the game. All it does is make it so that I can see the song lines and I don't have to guess. What's up,
Do it
Pierce?
or you're fired.
Hey, jeez. Do 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 first one's the better one. I'd probably only play the first one because usually I can only handle so much open world and then I have to take a break. Hello, Skull Kid. Goodbye, Skull Kid. GameCube? No, this is on the Dusk system. If you look up Dusk PC port, you will see this. Just make sure that you are getting your ROM legally. The way the wolf sings makes you sleepier. Well, that was Zelda's lullaby, so that makes sense that it would make you sleepier. You thought I was using a shmemulator? Nah. This is the decomp. You notice how it's so smooth and high def? And also you will see also why it is the decomp as soon as I get to the Master Sword. I just went in a circle. Okay, where are you, you little butthole? Usually you can just follow the light because you can see the light in the tunnel. I must be just going in circles or some shit. Did that break when it came into the decomp? That's gonna be a little annoying, trying to find him without the light. If we don't own games, then pirating is not illegal. Right you are. I agree with you on that one, and so does the European Parliament. Shut up. I like this version of Skull Kid. He's a lot less scary looking. The one from Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time, they have like these weird little beaks. And they look like bird creatures. I don't like them. They freak me out. You dropped your phone on your face? Is your face okay? Do we need to take you to get your nose unflattened? Yeah, I mean the whole argument of, you know, piracy is dumb anyways, because it's like, how can you steal something that you're just making a copy of, you know? The original still exists. Is this phone? No, this is dog. Hi Claire, how you doing? Oh, you mean the person that dropped the phone on their face. Is the phone okay? Back in the day, dropping phones on your face probably would have killed you. Our phones back then were as dense as neutron stars. My first cell phone in high school was a Nokia 3310.
Welcome back from the ad break.
And yeah,
If you hate ads, consider a sub or using your Twitch Prime.
your nose hurts a little? Okay, you'll be fine. I don't think we need to take you to the nose doctor. We're having nachos tonight. Want some nachos? Every time I go to 7-Eleven to get some nachos, the machine's always broken. Not now, Midna. Not now, Midna. Dude, hit him for crying out loud. There we go. What is it, McDonald's? Like the ice cream machine. It's time to mimir. Yeah, go to sleep. As soon as I get the Master Sword, I'll be ending anyway, so yeah. We're just one puzzle away from the Master Sword. Yeah, it's always so disappointing because I always have to travel around. We have like 4 7-Elevens here, and I have to go to each one to find a working nacho machine. First world problems, man, I tell you. Twilight Princess. Yeah. How you doing, my friend? What's up? We are guardians of this land. Guide us to where we once stood. Only then can you enter the true sacred grove. We need to get them stuck. Here we go. Uh-oh. Oh shit, I got myself stuck. Oh, this is reset number 1. I got the wrong dude on the side. On the side with me. I gotta get the guy that jumps opposite me. Okay, don't jump the same direction. That squishes the dog. We won't go that way. That also squishes the dog. Crap. Oh shit, this is gonna get me stuck again, ain't it? Nope. Wait, yeah, it is. Oh, we're almost there. I can smell it. Wait, am I back right where I started? I am right back where I started. I gotta get them on opposite sides. That's how you do this. The last time I streamed Twilight Princess, I got it in like one try. And it didn't take me that long. Wait, hold on. Ta-da! Only took a million years, but I got it. Please, please, hold your applause. Go now to the sacred place, beast. We yield passage to the sacred grove. Hell yeah, time to get my sword. Ain't it a beaut?
And now, it's time for that moment you've been waiting for.
Claire.
Ready? Miku Miku.
You almost had it. The sword accepted you as its master. Hell yeah, it did. This sword is my bitch. This thing is the embodiment of the evil magic that Zant cast on you. It's definitely different from our tribe's shadow magic. Careful, if you touch it, you'll turn back into a beast. This thing is too dangerous. It's probably for the best if we just leave it here, huh? But on the other hand, if we kept it, you'd be able to transform into a beast anytime you wanted. Yes, since Zant was kind enough to give this to us, we should be thankful and use it all we can. If you need it, just call me. I want to keep a low profile, so I'll hide in your shadow when you're human. Okay, thank you. A little favor to ask. Would you mind coming with me to find something called the Mirror of Twilight? It's hidden somewhere in Hyrule. Yes, the Mirror of Twilight, our last potential link to Zant. And this is what I was talking about. Lemus. This is the other way that you know that I'm playing the decomp, not just a simple shmemulator. We're playing as Linkle. Okay, so supposedly... Let me find the button. What's the button? I'm supposed to have a quick transform button where I don't need to talk to Midna. Well, I'll figure that out later. Anyways. That is where we're going to say goodnight, friends. Let me go ahead and go to my stream end screen. Why is the game music not playing? Hold on. There we go. All right. How dare I? I'm sorry. What are you referring to? I mean, Zelda's the hero, right? Right when you're getting cozy? Sorry. If it was Friday, I would keep going. I'd keep streaming all the way to the next dungeon. But unfortunately, I have a big boy job that I must get to. I can't stream any longer. But in any case, you did stay till the end. Good job. Proud of you. I'm gonna go and raid out. So let me find somebody. Oh, there's somebody else playing Zelda. So I'm gonna raid them. Yes, we will raid this person. Wait, are they still alive? Yeah, they are still alive. Okay, we're gonna raid them. They're also playing Zelda. You guys can get a cozy and watch more of that. But in any case, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you guys. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so I should be back tomorrow with something else. Not 100% sure what yet, but it will be something else. But you guys take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful night, and we'll do it again later. Bye.